Welcome to another edition of Move Through Motivation. I have the honor and privilege of sitting next to my brother from another mother, my dear friend, local Eastvale coach, police officer, all-around good dude, dad, Alex Frazier. Welcome, brother.
Well, thank you for having me.
I've known Alex since 2013. I think we met when the kids were doing flag football.
Yeah.
We both. Alex comes out and he's a football coach, and I'm like, can I be on Alex's team? I want to be on Alex. I want Alex to coach my kid, and we formed a friendship back then when our kids were playing flag football, Kylan and Logan, and it's been brotherhood ever since.
Yeah, I was like, who's the loud guy in the tank tops? Like that guy, has a lot of energy.
Yeah, and the shortest shorts.
In 10 minutes, fell in love with the guy.
Right, and it was immediate. I mean, we've been good friends, and I've been able to see you have your son Jackson, who has the same exact birthday as me.
Yes,
we're two
really
twins.
Crazy.
Yeah, we have the exact same birthday, so we celebrate every year together. So it's exciting. Yeah. So, Alex, tell us about yourself. You are a police officer?
Yes, I'm a police officer, and from Florida. Grew up in Florida, and played baseball, basketball, football growing up.
By the way, I'm sitting next to a former major leaguer, so I just want to say that Alex did play professional baseball around the world.
Trying to embarrass me or what?
Yeah, no, I'm saying. I listen. When you go with guys that you watch guys coach, and you're just like, man, he's just got a special gift, and you love the game of baseball.
Yeah, I do. I do love the game of baseball. But yeah, I grew up playing the game of baseball. Started at 5 years old. And I've been playing ever since and been around the game ever since. Went to college at Auburn.
Florida. You said you were from Florida?
Yes, from Florida.
Okay.
Small town called Denellen, Florida. Is just a little bit north of Orlando.
Okay.
And get that small town feel where everybody there you're either related to or they treat you like you're related, and so that means you can get a spanking from anybody. Help keep you in line.
Anybody will snatch you up real quick.
Help keep you out of line. Help keep you in line.
Okay.
So went to college, played some baseball there, and then was fortunate enough to be drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Okay.
Played roughly 6.5-7 years with the Diamondbacks, and then got to play with some of the amazing players that are still playing, and some former players that are still playing, and some Hall of Famers that were on their way out. And then after that, played a little ball in Colombia and Canada, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Brazil, all over the place.
Playing with some athletes all around the world.
Yes, all around the world. Got to meet people and experience different cultures and get to open my eyes a little bit from the small town, right, and also just being here in the United States. And
you were raised by your mom?
Yes, I'm raised by my mom. Tough cookie.
Yeah.
She was my mom and dad. She stayed on us, and she was very hard on. She was big on being responsible and being accountable. So yes, I owe everything to my mom.
Really pushed you and drove you to who you are.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Which is an awesome human being. The other thing what's really cool is you have a unique story about your coach growing up. Your coach that pushed you.
Yeah. I owe a lot to my high school coach, Coach Mike Payne. He pushed me. He worked as hard. He was he's the one that instilled that hard work into me, and that desire to continue on with baseball and stay out of trouble and those type of things.
Was he your Little League coach, or was he?
No, he met
him when you were older.
Met him when I was older, and he coached me for 4 years in high school.
Okay.
And then he was just a loving guy. It's funny with how today's times are. Growing up in Florida, you're around a lot of people from every different nationalities, white, Asian, Hispanic, everything, all different Latin cultures. And he was a white guy, and he took me in, and he treated me as his own. His family treated me as his own. And I just say it's funny because we grew up knowing, and my mom taught me that race doesn't matter. We all are the same. Doesn't matter where you're from, what you look like. On that same topic, my whole family is is multicultural. I have nephews, nieces, my own kids, aunts that are all different nationalities. So it's like United Nations.
I love it. I love it.
So
I love everything about it.
I mean, it just helps mold you to just being a person that just loves people. But back to my coach, he would take us to a little town called Williston, which is kind of out of the way, and sometimes you might not feel comfortable going there if you're of a different culture.
Really?
And it might not be that way to everybody that lives there, but just sometimes you might not feel comfortable there. But he would take me there and proudly take me hunting, and he would call me, this is my son, really? Alex. So he helped driving into me the just loving people and helping people and doing whatever I can to help kids and teach the game and just being a humanitarian.
And was he able to see you at Auburn and go to your games there? Where's he at now?
Well, he unfortunately it's one of those touchy subjects. He ended up getting, as I was getting older, he ended up getting that West Nile virus where mosquitoes carry. So he got stung by a mosquito, and it just took over his body.
Really?
Kind of turned him into a vegetable. He wasn't, for lack of a better word, so just unable to care for himself. And I'm sorry, that was a very non-professional move. My phone.
Listen, it's okay.
And it said alarm. Matt Olson's.
We're doing it on time. So coach, he got sick?
Yeah, so he got sick. Fortunately, he was able to witness me signing my contract after I got drafted. And he was in his wheelchair, and he was on the decline, and I believe he was in there enough mentally to understand what was going on, and to feel the appreciation and the love that we have for him, and it's just one of those things that he had a big part of me getting to be able to play college and professional baseball. He pushed me towards college, and he wanted me. I had opportunities to go to college locally, and he said, no, you need to get away from home and grow up and get away from your girlfriend and this and that. And he was that father figure that would help direct me and guide my path. So I owe a lot to him.
Yeah, and I think what I see after hearing you talked about him a couple times, I think he had a big influence on how you coach the game. Because I know the game is about winning and losing, right? Like, that's how everybody's judged, like what your numbers are, but you bring a different approach, and I like it. You talk about the mentality. You talk about sportsmanship. You talk about you got to work hard. You know, you do so many things for our community in the baseball world that people really I don't think they grasp how much they get. And I see it because, my kids love you. They love the way you coach. And they just see it from the perspective of Coach Frazier is a really good baseball coach. He teaches us more than the game. You give yourself and your wife give yourself to the community. Now let's rewind a little bit. Your wife is a former college
softball player. She played at Oklahoma University, and then she played a couple years professional softball in Arizona and Ohio. So I tell a lot of people that the kids don't just get it from me.
Right.
They get it from her as well.
Both sides.
They get the talent from both sides, and she's a little tougher than I am.
Yeah, she's a little tougher
I love her on the kids.
I love it when she she told me one time when she started her class, she would have them write stuff. And I've never heard of a coach make them write things down, her students, like, what are your goals? That you never hear that. You know what I mean? From normal, you go, oh, let's hustle, let's work hard, let's work, basics or whatever it is. She really gets into the mental side of the game a lot more, which is important in baseball and softball.
Yeah,
right?
she thinks outside of the box, and that's how she was raised by some tough parents that really pushed her to work hard and appreciate the things that she had, and then college as well. She's coached by some great coaches in college, the great Patty Gasso at Oklahoma, and they taught her those things as well. So she has that in her, and she likes to pass that on to the kids. She want to teach them. She's not teaching the kids to be a great little league player or high school player. She's teaching the kids to be successful in college. Yeah. That's her goal, is to, and that's how I am as well. I want to prepare them for college and being an adult. Yeah. Yes, we're gonna have fun on the way up through little league and get on the high school team and things like that. But you got to have the grades to get to play high school. You got to have the grades to play in college. You have to be a human being, a good person, because a lot of coaches, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're a cancer to the team, or if your parents are a cancer to the team, we will not want you. We will pass on you. We will say, hey, I wish you well from a distance, but we can't have that cancer to the team to affect the other players.
And what do you think that? Obviously, it's you're working with Logan. Yeah, I've seen it. He's now. Congratulations, by the way. He made it to the All-American youth team, right?
Yes,
explain that.
Baseball Youth All-American. It's you get nominated. A board. They look at videos and different things of your performance and things of that nature. And they vote if you make the baseball youth All-American, and then he's going to be playing against kids from all around the country, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and it'll be a 3-day event. It'll be similar to a Major League Baseball All-Star Weekend. It's they'll have 3 days of games. They'll have a home run derby. They'll have ceremonies and open ceremonies, closing ceremonies. It'll be, and they play in big time stadiums.
Really?
So it's a good experience. As a parent, it's exciting. As a coach and ex-player, I'm proud that because he works so hard, and it's a reward for him. And it's something that's going to encourage him to continue to push hard. Because when he read the letter that he made it, he broke down and started crying.
Really?
Like, he started crying, and then I started crying.
That's so awesome.
And then April started crying.
So awesome.
Because just to feel that baseball is, our family is baseball.
Yeah,
like, we love baseball, softball. So to see him like release that emotion, I could feel that it was like him releasing some of that, a little bit of self-doubt, and just bringing in a little bit of like a
little bit of confidence
and being encouraged, and like it was a pat on the back for him that he'd never asked for, but he's one of those kids that he's gonna give his all to try to do his best for his team. So I'm very happy for that.
When does that take place?
That's December. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's December 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Oh, really?
Or right around there.
Is it local, or is
it's going to be in Irvine?
Okay.
I think it's called the Orange. I'm not mistaken, but it's in Irvine. That big complex there. It's called the Orange County Stadium or something like that. I'll have to look it up. I should know that, but I have the emails.
Yeah. The other exciting thing that that Alex is he sparked it, and him and the mayor Brandon Plott reached out, and after we talked about it, when I talked with the BP about the Unity task force that we have in our city, in the city of Eastvale, Alex has spearheaded and really encouraged this, being a law enforcement officer, being black, being a leader. You really brought us together and said, hey, I want to do something. And you raised your flag and said, will you guys stand behind me? And everybody has. It's been difficult navigating, right, through COVID. But we have some plans for the future for our city to be inclusionary, you know?
Yes.
It's important. I do not divide. Have empathy for one another, have encouragement for one another, but find ways to connect. So
yes, Eastvale is a very diverse city. We have every nationality. You have hardworking people, there's a lot of very, very successful people here, and just seeing that and knowing that, along with what's going on with politics and racial differences and the divide between the community and the police officers, with all that going on, it's just a recipe for disaster if we don't get ahead of it. So that was the motivation for getting this going, knowing that
everybody bought in.
Yes,
everybody from the schools to the faith leaders, to the business leaders,
Yes.
the economic developers, the city council, the city staff. Like,
Yes.
it sparked interest, and we're kind of figuring it out what we're going to do. But
Yes.
there's talk, and there's it's the momentum didn't stop after the protest. The momentum didn't stop with the divide of officers. Like, we want to find a balance of bringing the community together.
Yes, and I'm really happy about that. That everybody from JCSD to everybody, school boards, everybody want to be a part of this because they know that it's a problem. Even after the protests are done and all that stuff, it's still an underlying problem. Because we all grew up with our implicit biases. We all grew up seeing TV or how you're raised in your household and whatever it may be, whether it's right or wrong, we all have it. And then as you become older, I thought I turned it off. It is an alarm that I turned off and it continued. And I am sorry.
Every 10 minutes.
I turned it off. But hey, that's like
that's life. Hey, listen.
I'm sorry, guys.
You got a pregnant wife at home. You haven't slept much. You got put into overtime.
Yeah, I was supposed to get off work at 8 o'clock last night, and I got home at 7:30 this morning.
Listen, we're not. We're all good.
But while we're doing this, I'm gonna make sure I'll turn my phone off because then it won't happen anymore. But yeah, where were we? We were. The inclusionary meeting. That everybody is bought in on that, and I love that because with all that's going on, it's needed. When we go back to school, when schools open up again, you're gonna have kids going back to school that have been at home listening to their parents' point of view, or social media's point of view, or their own and their friends, and they're gonna come to school and it can be a recipe for disaster because now you have very opinionated youth that may say something wrong, and now you have an explosion. You have a fight, or you have a divide, a racial divide, or a divide against the authorities, whether it's teachers and police officers and things like that. So we have to get ahead of that. So the things that we've been talking about, the mentorship programs and the community events, and
by the way, nobody's wrote a script on what we're doing. We're trying to figure out. Our city's a young city, and with good leadership comes great responsibility. And everybody is stepping up from all facets of our city, from community leaders to, like we talked about. And it's important. It's very important that there's not a script on this. And it's learning to work with one another, understand each other, and really focusing on doing this. And I'm glad I'm part of it. I'm glad you sparked it. And with Mr. Mike and all the guys, Aaron and Pastor James and Pastor Mark and Pastor Tim and
Brandon and
Brian and everybody.
The list goes on.
The list goes on.
Gagan and Mr.
It's just so cool to see people really care about our city being different than everywhere else, and understanding each other. So, like I said, you're a great leader in our city, not only for the youth, but and me and Alex kind of have a passion towards mentoring youth, and that's what group we've assigned ourselves to is to figure out ways. And if you are out there and you're listening to this, if you've known any way that you've seen be successful in a town you live in, or let us know. We're open to suggestions, and we're trying to work with the city. But again, it's so difficult with COVID, not being able to meet and have meetings, and schools aren't in class. So it's not like you just go and set up meetings because kids are, it's different times right now. So navigating through this is difficult enough. But we haven't given up. We're not giving up, and we're going to continue to push.
And then it's the best part about it is this is community driven. Yeah. This isn't something that is headed by the city or by a certain organization or
everybody's
group. It's a bunch of people that may or may not all agree with each other, with each other's point of view, but we all agree to move forward on like the same path.
United.
Yes, and united. Yeah. We all have the same goal, and that's the beautiful part about it.
And that's what I think about it is when you talk about like you were saying earlier about your family being United Nations, like having everybody's opinion and it mattering, right? Yes, not just from one group, from different backgrounds, cultures, diversities, business groups. Like it's special because everybody has a goal to unite and not divide. We don't need to pick sides. We're all in this together, raising families, having, kids growing together, knowing that we judge each other by character, not by,
Yes.
color of our skin or anything like that.
And congratulations on your award.
Yeah.
To all of you guys.
Thank you. Well, just so you know, Alex has been there every time. Alex is one of the biggest supporters of the Just Move event. He's at every event. He encourages the community. He actually got the Little League, sparked the Little League kids to come out last time. So we had a lot of coaches and kids come out from the Little League. So, what I like to say is this community award is for our community. I get energized by people. That's what drives me, right? Like people together bonding and getting to know each other and just really accepting one another is so special, and you're just a big part of that. And we're really grateful for you.
I love how you guys, you don't see color, you don't see religion, you don't see anything. You just see people. You want people to come out and say, just move. Do one push up today. Do one sit up today.
That's right.
Come walk a mile with me.
And meet somebody new.
Yeah. And meet somebody new.
And that's kind of cool how we do it on the path. It really wasn't originally designed by this. Originally it was going to be like stations just come and do a workout with us, right? Well, it just simple phrase, just move, is that simple. Like we encourage everybody to come out.
Yes.
And we're only looking forward to getting better and doing better and reaching more people, and hopefully that people connect and meet a neighbor that they didn't meet, because we have a nice little community, but we all just go in our house, close the door, and we go away. But now hopefully people meet and mingle and get healthy together. So.
Yeah, and then the last time you had Christian Dinko out there as a speaker.
Yeah.
He's another law enforcement.
Running for city council.
Running for city council.
Yeah.
So that's amazing to have him come out there. And right now, being a police officer is hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's a rough. I mean, did you think it was when you joined? Why did you join law enforcement? What was your? You go from Major League Baseball, playing ball all around the world, different cultures. What made you go to law enforcement?
I've always wanted to help people. Playing baseball was personal. That was for me. I obviously you do it because it'll help your family and all these things. But anybody that play a professional sport, you have to have a drive and a will that you never give up, and
selfish.
And so you have to be selfish. You miss time away from family, you miss time away from your parents, your friends. Your friends want to go to dinner, you can't. They want to go out and whatever, hang out, you can't because you have to train. So it's selfish, and it's yes, the byproduct of it is your family's going to benefit, but the drive part is selfish.
Yeah.
I've always had this desire to help people. Even while I was playing ball, I would find different ways to try to help out people however I can. But when I moved to California, just a lot of the neighbors here in Eastville, it's funny. Here in Eastville, there's so many police officers, firemen. It's so funny. But just some of the neighbors were police officers, and I went on a couple ride-alongs, and I loved it. And it's like a sports team. It's like a bunch of guys, a bunch of childish guys, just laughing and joking, but with the same goal: go out, protect the community, and get home safe. That's the main goal. Go out and do what we can to deter the boogeyman from messing with the everyday people. So to see how things are now, and the community having the hatred towards police officers for a couple controversial events, whether they're right or wrong, I'm not getting to all that. Yeah. I mean, as police officers, we have an opinion as well. Some of those things are, from face value, are wrong, but I wasn't there to investigate it. I don't know everything about it, but from face value, some of those things look horrible. Right. But without being there, it's just thinking about where we are right now. And then I get so divided, and I get it from both sides. When I'm at work, people are like, "Hey, you're a black man. How you gonna put on the uniform and be with the other side?" And I'm like, "Well, who's the other side?"
You don't see a side. You just see good and bad, right?
Exactly. So it's like, I understand the struggle that some are going through. I understand. Growing up in the South, I've been discriminated against. I've been pulled over and stopped for whatever reason, I don't know. And there's things that come along with that, and sometimes you build a wall up in your mind about certain things and how police are and this and that. But you as you get older and you mature, you grow to understand that not everybody's the same, and I can't treat you bad for something that somebody else did to me. Or if I meet a jerk police officer or a jerk doctor or a jerk baseball player, not everyone is the same. So
you don't base your experience of what you did of the bad things that happened to you, let you characterize a whole class of officers or
exactly
anything.
Exactly. Because there's a million times more wonderful, like hardworking and loving and caring police officers than there are the bad ones.
Yeah.
But the bad ones stick out a lot more than the good ones do. Because people remember bad things.
Yeah.
They remember bad things. So like all these great things that we are all doing in the community, if one bad thing, God forbid, ever happened, that would be the thing you remember for.
Yeah.
So,
one bad thing could spoil everything that's been good.
Yes. So,
because everybody has short-term memory too.
Yes. So it's very, I won't say discouraging, but it's disheartening to watch.
What do you think Where do you think that the bridging the gap is going to happen? And from your perspective, I mean, do you think it's going to be from leadership? Do you think it's going to be from community just understanding? Where do you think that? How do we get better? I mean, because I always look at what's the solution? Now, when I say solution, I'm like, how do we just work together? Like,
I think it gets better by us changing or working on our individual household and our individual circle.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, like you and I, we're just alike. We love our family.
Yeah.
We love our community. Yeah. We do whatever we can for anybody. We'll give them a shirt off our back.
Yep.
And we hang out with each other because we have the we're like-minded.
Right.
But people that think negatively hang out with people that think negatively. Right. So we have to broaden our horizon. We have to hang out with people with different views, opposing views, and just listen. You don't have
dialogue.
Have dialogue. You don't have to agree with them, but just listen and understand why they think that way. Yeah. And that's how it's gonna start. There, you open up your circle. You talk to people, and the more and more people you talk to and you get involved with, you might find out, I like pizza too. I like pineapples on my pizza too. Right. Or I like, just might be something small, but now you
have a bond.
Yeah, you have a bond. I like sports, or I like this. And these are the ways that you make those bonds. It might not be about politics or religion.
Yeah.
Or it might not be about the big topics that are out there or police. Right. But
you can find some common.
Yeah. Be able to find a common goal, a common bond somewhere in there, because we all
create a friendship.
Yes, we all have it. We all have it.
If we create a friendship, that starts from there. Not all friends agree on every single thing. There's not everybody who thinks the same way. But if we find something that we could bond each other with and connect, maybe that could be the link to making it better.
And getting the kids involved.
Yeah.
Because the kids will make a lot of us stubborn adults. We'll change our mind.
It's true.
The kids are playing school, playing together, having fun, and then they go home, and then the parents don't like the neighbor, don't like the neighbor, but the kids play together in the school.
Right.
So we got to get the kids involved and teach them the right way.
So the other exciting news is the Frazier family is now expanding.
Yes.
There is a fourth little Frazier on its way.
Yes, having a baby. My wife right now is, I think, 7 months pregnant. And she's at home right now, miserable. I'm tired, but I'm sure
you better stop. You better stop. Okay.
No, I'm saying I'm tired from work, but I'm sure it's nothing like how she's feeling right now.
Exhaustion.
For some reason, I make big babies. I don't know why. I'm 6'4", but her feet are swelling right now, so she's hating me right now. But we're having a little girl.
Yeah,
we're finishing it off with a little girl, and we
do it at the end of the year?
Yeah, do Christmas Day.
Okay.
Then so look forward to a lot of softball coming.
Right.
I promise you, I won't wear the little softball shorts when I'm coaching.
I got some of you in my house. I got some shorts, but I think that'll be good softball.
So yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time right now.
It's a blessing, right?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So we have a lot more to do in this community. A lot more in Little League and softball. And we have they have the big brothers are all around here, and they have the Olsen, the tough Olsen boys.
Hey,
and they have
she's safe. She's
they
safe.
have the tough Olsen boys. They have the Quiros boys.
Yeah.
They have the Gutierrez. They have the Edwards. They have everybody. They have Villarreal. They have everybody.
A lot of big brothers.
A lot of big brothers. Yeah. So they're gonna.
She's gonna be tough. She's gonna be one little tough cookie.
She's gonna be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she got Jackson too. How excited is Jackson? Jackson excited?
That guy.
I love Jackson, dude.
That guy is
he's like, me and him are just like, I love it. I love giving him big squeezes and kisses and hugs, and
he's a rough kid. He's the one I'm gonna have to stay in shape for, because he's gonna want to wrestle when I'm older. Like, I had to do like you. I see you and the boys are always working out.
You gotta keep up with him, because I'm telling you what, he's got a big brother to watch out for, and he's gonna want to.
So it's a good thing I'm losing weight, because
That's right. And you've lost, how many pounds have you lost?
51 pounds.
That's so exciting.
51 pounds.
Alex was a 300 pounder, and now he's down. Now he's under 300.
When I say that, everybody look at me like, you were 300 pounds?
But you told me, I didn't even think you were that big, but you said you wore the shirts. It was all the shirts.
I'm 6'4", so it hide it kind of easy.
Yeah, but you say you wore the shirts that made it easier.
I wear big shirts because I'm tall. I have to wear taller shirts also, but a lot of people, when I look at pictures, I can tell. I had a belly and my face was big, like that picture you said.
Yeah, but look at it now, and we're gonna put what it looks like side by side. But I mean, it's from the very first Just Move event to where you were going to the camp and working out. Great place to work out.
Yes,
they've kept you accountable. Yes. You found a community, and they push you to get superstar shape.
Be accountable, and just showing you the right way to healthy lifestyle, like eating and it's one of those things where you have to just mentally be ready. Yeah. Because you were on me quite a bit. Like, come on, Alex, let's get you back into that. I tell everybody, I want everybody to be healthy. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you got to take care of you. Because if you don't take care of you, it's not going to work out for the family.
Yeah, because you encourage me, and I listen, I hear it, and then it was like one of those things where you give yourself excuses.
Yeah.
You give yourself excuses until eventually you're like, okay, well, things are getting pretty bad here. Things are getting pretty bad here.
And your belt, you were saying your belt is looser now?
Yeah, work belt.
Belt's looser?
My Sabron at work, I've had to adjust it twice. And,
really? That's so exciting.
The uniform's a little baggy on me, and a little more energy, and sleeping a little better. All the perks. You put 50 pounds of weight that you had on you is off you now, so. You're ready. You're ready to be able to run with baby number 4. Yeah, it's one of those things where now that I'm out there with the kids and I'm doing the training and the agility stuff, I can do it with them, and I'm not getting gassed. And then same thing with Logan. He's busy with baseball a lot, so I can get out there and we're training and we go for runs and different things like that.
That's super cool. Well, I'm excited for the future for you, Alex. We're boys and we're best buds, and it's just I'm really happy with what you're doing in the community, the leader you are, the example you are to my kids, and I look forward to future dialogue of what the next chapter is. When the baby Frazier name picked out, or is that a surprise?
Yeah,
and we got a name.
I mean, we'll save anything could change. Anything could change, but right now her name seems to be Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
I like it.
Her name seems to be Brooklyn. It's been picked out since Logan.
Okay.
so it could change, but who knows? I don't see it changing. I don't see it changing. But
right on. So little Brooklyn's coming in December.
Yeah, she'll be coming in December and ready to rock and roll and take over the household.
There we go. Well, Alex, I appreciate it, man, and we'll chat soon. But keep doing good things, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, bye.